All right, welcome to the Cream of the Stream podcast. I just blew my face up right there and I didn't mean to. Today we have a very special guest by the name of Zanto. She is a Dead by Daylight streamer. She does play some variety. I've seen her play Stardew Valley and some other things. Just a reminder, we do not have any notifications going in chat. I'm actually going to make sure that I shut those off real quick because I will forget. I know I appreciate the follows, I appreciate the support, appreciate the love, but this is a podcast, so we do try to make this more obtainable for YouTube because this goes on YouTube afterwards. But you guys, I hope you enjoy. Here it comes. Welcome in, Zanto. I usually have an applause thing going, but my stream deck's not working right now, so I do apologize. But give her a warm welcome. Here she is.
Hello.
Hey, Zanto.
Hi.
So you said that you streamed today because we were talking a little bit earlier. You streamed today and you cut it short just to come on here. And do you work too, or do you just stream? Are you a full-time streamer?
No, so I work part-time. I work 2 days a week in an office normally.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you do in the office? Are you like a secretary, or are you
Yeah, so basically I'm just like admin staff kind of thing. I do all the boring stuff like paperwork, which I funnily enough really enjoy.
Really cool. That's really cool. I mean, that kind of helps with the streaming aspect too, because you're already good with computers.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely came in handy.
Hey, Harry, I see you, buddy. I see you. But okay, so usually on the podcast we start straight from the beginning. So where did you grow up at? How was your childhood?
Okay, so I'm originally from Romania. I lived in Romania. I was born in Romania and lived in Romania until I was about 13. And then I moved to the UK around that time when I was 13 with my parents.
Okay, so I'm actually learning new things about you too.
Yeah.
You could literally throw a dart and you could have been like, I'm from here. And I would have been like, oh, because I didn't know where you were from. You know, I've always popped into your streams and like what I saw, and I liked your personality and I liked you as a person. So, I mean, that's cool. So
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Age did you moved?
Sorry?
What age did you say you moved?
So I think around 13. Yeah.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I mean, that also sucks because, you know, you're kind of the age where you've grown a lot of relationships and bonds with a lot of people. And, you know, you probably have your BFF and they had to pretty much pry you two apart, you know? So I'm sure that was hard, but, you know, in the same aspect, it's cool to see other side of the world pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I initially like found out, I was quite upset because, like you said, I had made a life there and I had so many friends and, you know, school was great. I was, you know, loving my teachers and everything. But at the same time, I think it can be a difficult country to grow up in. But so like I understood the decision my parents made and I knew they did it for a better future for me. So whilst I, you know, obviously I was upset that I had to leave a lot of friends behind, I also appreciated the fact that they wanted to do what was best for me.
Okay. And then, so now you're in the UK. Where are you at in the UK?
So I'm in Wales, and I'm in the capital of Wales right now, which is Cardiff.
That's pretty cool. There's actually a lot of streamers that I know that are from Wales. I think there's actually one on our I'm in a charity stream team, and we do like, you know, events probably like once a month. And I think that bearded gent said he's from Wales. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
I mean,
awesome.
you guys don't know each other probably. I mean, it'd be cool if you did, but you know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
when did you start gaming? When did you start getting into that?
I think, well, I think probably for a lot of people, gaming has kind of always been part of our lives in some way or another. You know, back in Romania, I used to do, you know, play on the like little cartridges with like Duck Hunt and Mario and stuff like that. So that had always been part of my life. But it wasn't really until I sort of moved here when I was around, you know, like 13, 14, that I started getting into gaming properly as, you know, a hobby and something to do constantly. And it was actually The Sims that really got me into gaming in the first place. So yeah, it's always been part of my life.
Well, that's good. I mean, honestly though, it's like a really good thing to bond. Like I'm always gonna remember my dad completely ruining my life at Duck Hunt and him like completely
Yeah.
destroying me. Then told me like later on in life, he finally told me, he's like, hey, by the way, I was kind of cheating right there.
Oh no.
How were you cheating? And he goes, the further back you are, the wider that spread of that sensor is. He's like, so I would, that's why I would stretch the cord all the way out. And he's like, that's why
Oh,
I would murder you guys. You guys were like right up against the TV and you couldn't hit anything.
okay. I was
And he
today
like,
years old when I learned that just now.
yeah, that's what my dad would always tell me. He's like, I'm better than you. You know, that's what he used to say, I'm better than you. And you're like, okay, dad, I'll do better. And then you never do. But, you know, I mean, that creates good experiences and good bonds. And so you started out on Nintendo and then you moved. What did you move to after all that?
PC. So
So
I
you
was
went
playing.
straight to masterclass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did. I mean, granted, it was like my mom's really old shitty PC that I was playing on, but yeah, that's what I played on. And then I made the move over to the PlayStation 3, 4, and so on. And now I'm just back on PC because it is the best.
Yeah, yeah. Do you flex on that sometimes whenever you have people?
Not a lot, but no, I'm just kidding. Obviously, everyone has their preferences, but I find it much easier to play on PC, probably because I started off with, the PC when I started playing games seriously. So I've kind of just like come back to my roots in a way.
Yeah. Which I can't say, I can't dump on anybody for playing on anything,
No.
because I get it. I played on Xbox for years. I mean, I still use a controller on PC because I'm not good at mouse and keyboard, and I
Yeah.
don't devote the time. I'm not gonna show everybody how ass I am on stream playing mouse and keyboard. Because I have almost 800 hours in on controller. I'm not gonna switch
Yeah.
that out, and just ruin it. So I mean, I get it though.
No,
So
that's fair enough.
what
Yeah.
was
I mean,
your
like, oh,
favorite
sorry,
play?
go on.
I know if you're gonna say something, just lay it on me.
Oh, okay. No, it's just because like I totally get what you mean with the controller because for a few years I only played on the PlayStation. So coming back to the PC, I was very overwhelmed by keyboard and mouse. So it took me a while. So I totally get, like kind of being in your comfort zone with something you've played with for a long time. So yeah, I'm not shitting on anyone, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely are people that have done that. I've had people that have left my chat because I was using controller. They didn't say that, but
Oh wow.
I know that's why they left, because they're like, you're using a controller on PC, and they don't say anything else. So I'm like, yeah, stop making fun of me, or whatever. And
Oh no.
it is what it is. Not really that worried about it. So when you
Yeah.
first on PC, what were the games that you were playing?
So a lot of them are like these kind of like really crappy time management games like cooking or making cakes or stuff like that, like restaurant games, which I really enjoyed. And then The Sims 1, which I probably spent every single second of my free time playing. To the point where my mom got so annoyed that I wouldn't do like any chores that she deleted the game. But I mean, she just deleted the desktop shortcut because she didn't know I didn't uninstall it. So I would just like sneak back onto the PC and go into where it was saved and play it. So I learned to get really sneaky.
You're like, you got me, mom. And then you're
Yeah.
like,
Oh no.
that's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. I do remember there was, I can't remember the name of it, but there was one that you built roller coasters and it was like Sims. I think it was like a Sims like
Yeah.
thing. I used to play that one whenever we had a PC, but like other than that, I never played any PC games at all.
Oh,
And
fair enough.
like I said, console's been my home pretty much my entire life. It's so weird. I switched last July to PC, so that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah. That must be overwhelming. I mean, if you've been on console for the majority of your life, and I can see why.
Yeah, it's definitely something. So you got in the DVD and then now you're streaming DVD. How did you get to that point?
So when I first started streaming, I actually was streaming Sims. And in fact, one of my very good friends now, Shy, introduced me to DBD. And I'd always watched people play it, but it seemed way too scary to play. So I never had the courage to do it. And because, my friend asked me, hey, do you want to play it? I was like, you know what, let's just give it a try. And the first few matches, I was absolutely crapping myself the entire time. But then I was like, actually, this is really fun. This is a really fun game. It's really enjoyable, especially to play with friends and to just mess around. So yeah, that's how I got into it, really.
Yeah, which I saw you playing Stardew every once in a while too, and I mean, I'm not.
Yes.
I actually enjoy watching people play that game. I don't know why, but every once in a while, if like I want to zen out, like I'll just sit there and watch somebody play Stardew, and I don't know why. Like even Tally, like one of my homies that is known for Tarkov Dead by Daylight, he's playing Stardew, and I was watching him play it. I'm like, I don't know why I'm watching this, but like it's chill, like
Yeah.
there's no stress watching this, and I'm sure it's the same playing it. It's just no stress. You just grind and relax.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with Stardew Valley, there's no stress for me, but everyone in chat like will know that I am incredibly chaotic in how I do things in Stardew Valley. So it's not stressful to me, but I feel like everyone else who watches me really stresses over how I manage my inventory or how I do things because my farm is an absolute mess.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I could see that being me.
yeah.
Be like
Um,
seeds of stuff that I need to be planting or whatever. I don't know how that game works. I haven't watched it, like actually paid attention to it. I've just enjoyed like listening because it's
yeah.
just zen, I enjoy it.
Yeah,
So
I mean, everyone I watch is like super meticulous about everything. Everything's really well organized. It looks incredible. And my farm is a complete mess. And my chests in particular, yes, I know.
that's what makes it unique,
Yeah, yeah.
uniqueness. So are you gonna stay with Dead by Daylight and just like Stardew? Are you gonna do any more variety, or are you gonna pick a different like main type game?
I think Dead by Daylight is kind of like a staple of the channel now in a way because I think anyone who watches my streams knows that I am definitely not skillful at playing it. But we have a good time with it every time. We like meme around or do stupid crap. And most of the time I don't really escape or have any like sick jukes to like show everyone, but we just have a good time with it. So I think it's always going to be a part of the channel. I don't ever see that going away. And in terms of variety, I've tried like, playing single player games, and it's kind of been difficult for some reason on my PC. So that's probably something I'll think about in the future. But I think the most fun part for me in terms of streaming is being able to interact with people and play with people. So I think games that allow me to do that are probably going to be the main focus.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a good staple for you anyway, because you always are having a good time anytime I see you go in your chat, and I mean that's really kind of what separates a lot of people who are just like person versus game,
Mm.
because it gets to that point where they're not even enjoying it. And that's one of the things I've always liked about your stream is you've always enjoyed it. Even if you're getting dunked on, you enjoy it.
Yeah, and I do get dunked on a lot.
Yeah.
But, as long as like the community can laugh about it and we can all just like, mess around and have a good time. I think that's the most important to me because I don't really see myself ever being a skillful DBD player, but that's okay to me.
yeah, I'm a memer, so I feel that.
Good,
Which
good.
so you said your first game that you streamed was Sims.
Mhm.
And what made you like say, okay, hey, I actually want to do this. I want to start streaming.
So the story about that is that I initially, so there's this simmer that I watch on YouTube called Plumbella. She is incredibly funny. Yeah, I just love her so much. So I made a Twitch account so I could watch her live streams and sort of interact with that. And from then on, she rated someone and I really loved their community and I loved, what everyone was standing for. And this all happened during a time when the pandemic hit. So I was, I kind of felt very isolated. I couldn't see friends, I couldn't see family. And I very quickly got close to so many people online that had so many, we had very similar values and beliefs and a sense of humor. And I felt very at home, even though these were people, I had never met or, seen. And it was just kind of an online thing. So I wanted to just try doing something to sort of feel less alone and something to keep me busy and kind of keep me out of my head. And I felt like streaming was a really good way to do that. So that's why I started doing that.
You're the reason all the streaming stuff's been out of stock.
Yes. It's all me. I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, there's actually a lot of people who did that. There's a lot of people that picked it up. Even some of my buddies that like I know personally started streaming just because they were so bored. Because whenever I first started, we were laid off for like 3 months. So you're just chomping at the bits at the house, not having anything to do. So they literally started doing it. And I mean, it's good in the sense of that you are making new friends and you're meeting a lot of people. Obviously, you want to have a social life and you want to go out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's one of the good things that comes with streaming is that you can actually build a foundation, you can meet people, and you can have a good time. And you've been doing that, and you seem to have a good community. Every time I've ever been in there, people say hi to me, and I don't know them, and I'm like, hey, I know you, but hey.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate to meet some incredible people that I can like honestly say hand on heart will be friends for the rest of our lives. And I'm like making plans to travel and see them when it's safe to do so. So I think, this was like the best thing to do because I've met people that I'll, have as friends forever. And that's really incredible. And it couldn't have come at a better time either.
Absolutely. So you're sticking with DBD.
Yeah.
And you're a survivor main, right?
Yes. I cannot play killer to save my life. I'm terrible at it. I feel like it requires an incredible amount of focus. And I think for me, my favorite thing really about streaming is sort of chat interaction and talking to people. And I find it, quite difficult to interact with people when I'm trying to focus on playing killer. And I've seen so many streamers that are incredibly good at like balancing the two, but I am just completely inept at it. So
yeah,
survivor.
I feel the same way. That's what's crazy about Running Man. He'll be like in the middle of a chase, like getting ready to down somebody, murdering somebody, and then literally is just talking to chat the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Like, there's no way. Like I do like 1 to 2 killer games like a stream. I usually start out, I do like a headbanging hunter segment, and then I might do another killer a little bit later. But it is so hard for me to do that. And I mean, respect, respect for people who can. But yes, I'm a survivor main also. So in the future, are you ever gonna like try to hard lean into killer or do anything like that? Or are you just doing survivor so you can play with friends?
I think for the time being, I'm gonna do survivor just so I can play with friends. I think it would be fun to sort of try it as a challenge, and it might be fun or at least maybe funny for people to watch me trying to play killer. So it's a definite possibility, but I think for now I'm just kind of trying to get the hang of survivor as much as possible before I even attempt, killer properly.
Yeah, which like I said, I do play killer every once in a while, but I get dunked on, and
yeah,
trying to concentrate like really kills me. Which obviously in the segment game, I don't have to worry too much because I'm already goofing off, so I don't have to really worry about killing people. And sometimes I do since I'm high ranks, but I don't know. The grind makes me not want to do it either because it's such long to rank everybody up. You've already got all this time to survivor, and then you have to go through, and then you have to do all the killers, and I don't know how many. I think they said it's like to like completely P3 somebody and like get all their perks. I think it's like 35 million or something crazy like that.
Oh my God.
Character, which I'm not gonna P3 them, but hey, more power to the people that do. But that is a lot of points to grind, and I am not about that.
That's fair. No, that's totally fair. I'm going through P3ing my survivors now because I think I like having something to work towards in DBD. Because I've still, like I said, not got really the skills of like running the killer or, being, doing really cool gameplay with that. So my goal at the moment is just to P3 my survivor so I have something to work towards. And I think that's probably the main reason people do that. Once you reach level 50, then you're just kind of like, I want something else to do. And you want to keep yourself interested in it.
Yeah, for sure. And you've got Ganny and Harry rooting you on to play killer.
God, I mean, I will. I promise it's definitely going to happen. I'm just not going to say when so that you can't hold me accountable.
Well, just make it like a sub goal. Just make it something absurd. That way, if you get it, you're like, yeah. And then if you don't get it, you're like, oh, I don't have to play killer. Sorry. You guys
Not a bad idea. I'm glad you have faith in me, all of you, for some reason. But I think most of it is just that they want to laugh at me, which is totally fair. And I'm happy to comply.
I mean, honestly, we were going to start doing a thing, Kill Your Friends Friday. I wanted to start doing that, but then they had the blood points event, and then now I'm doing like a shorter streams where I'm only streaming twice a week. And then I have Thursday or, whatever day that I do the podcast, if I can.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, thank you for coming on.
Of course, it's a pleasure.
And, this is the first lady I've had on here, chat. So,
hey, hopefully the first of many,
Yeah, I hope so. Like I was telling you, you ask people, sometimes they don't answer. They say, hey, not right now, but it is what it is. We'll get it. We'll get it one of these days.
Yeah, I was really excited when you got in touch, because like I said, I've never done anything like this before, and I thought it would be really kind of nice to just have a chill conversation about everything. So yeah, I was really excited.
So what do you look for like in a moderator?
I think, someone who has very similar values to me, someone who can kind of pick up on anything wrong going on in chat, if not at the same time, at least before I do, because I can't always keep an eye on chat. So I really, appreciate having someone who can, see something wrong and deal with it straight away, who can have that responsibility. And I know I can count on them to know that I wouldn't be okay with, whatever is happening. And, it helps, if they can be there a lot, that's also appreciated. But I understand everyone's got their lives. And that's the thing. I think mods are like the unsung heroes of Twitch, because they do so much freaking work, like so much work. And it's really incredible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, even in like, especially in the bigger channels too, like people who like moderate for like people who have like a 200 viewer count, and then chat's just like rolling, and like you'll see a message deleted before you even get to read it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Obviously if they had a word that was blacklisted or whatever, but I don't think that's usually what it is. I think it's usually mods on top of it, which is insane.
Yeah.
Or I'm a slow reader, I'm not really sure.
No, honestly, I think they're just incredibly fast working. They're like bees. They're so good. So yeah, it's really incredible. So I've been really lucky to have really good mods that are, friends, and they've been on top of everything constantly when we've had, some dodgy stuff happen, or, we've had like hate raids or stuff like that. It's just, they've been really on top of everything, and it feels good to have that kind of support. It gives you the confidence to just kind of keep going and do your thing without having to worry about, chat, because they're taking care of it. So yeah, I've been incredibly fortunate.
Well, what about VIPs? What are you looking for in VIPs?
I think a lot of the time it's just people who have come in and made like a positive contribution. They like fit in. Sometimes it really just goes off the vibe. It's someone who just, they vibe with the rest of the community. They kind of you feel like it's their place to be there, because they have the same sort of sense of humor. You can tell they're like good people. They get along with everyone. So I think that's probably one of the things. It's just someone who's like, they just fit right in, like a missing puzzle.
Yeah.
Piece. Yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to look at it. I mean, So was it like a person who's been there for a real long time too, and then you're finally like, you know what, you need a badge?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to kind of just recognize, that someone's been, because I think the most valuable thing people give you on Twitch is their time. And I don't think, that just can't be quantified. It's just incredible that people spend so much time with you. So I think that's definitely a factor, because time is incredibly valuable. So I'm always really honored, if people spend a lot of time in my channel. So
Absolutely.
what about you? Like, what do you usually kind of see as a VIP? Is it sort of the same thing, or do you have kind of different?
Sorry, I kind of did this like little pixelated thing on your camera, and I was going to see if it was going to adjust, and it like kind of came over to my camera. It was a weird thing. So I was seeing, I didn't know if it was buffering or what. That's what that pause was.
Oh, okay, no worries.
I'm sorry about that. I appreciate you filling the gaps. That's good. Good. What I look for in a VIP is like obviously if they're like a legit homie, and I know them, like my wife's obviously a VIP, and I have buddies who are moderators that I like personally know. They're some of my good friends, and I've kind of had to coach them and be like, hell, hey, well, welcome people in to come, say, hey, welcome Raiders, and if you see anything obviously out of context that I wouldn't allow, like, you guys know me, go ahead and shut them down, whatever. And VIPs are just people who are just usually complete badasses. I'm like, here you go, you need this, you deserve this, this is for
Yeah.
you. Reoccurrent viewers is always a good thing. That's always some people that have been there for since the beginning of time. They have that founder's badge. You're like, okay, you deserve this.
Yeah, fair enough.
But this whole process did make me lose my train of thought. I apologize. But anyway, social networking. What do you do as far as that in order to like get your name out there?
Oh God. Okay, I think like that's probably one of my downfalls. I mean, I have Twitter, but most of the time on my Twitter, I just like post crap and or I retweet things. I think my Twitter is very sort of like personal. So I don't really use it for kind of posting about my streaming per se. I like to just kind of voice my opinions on there, or retweet memes or stuff like that. So I'm quite bad when it comes to kind of other social media and promoting myself on there. And I think there'll come a point where maybe I'll set up a Twitter just for my streaming. But for now, I really don't do much. I have a Discord, and that's about it. I think that's like the way I kind of just make sure, my going live notifications are on there, and that's pretty much about it.
So you don't do any at all? You said you're just going live things on there?
Yeah, so basically like on my Discord, I just do going live notifications on there. And I don't really, unless I've got I'm doing a charity stream or something like that, then I'll kind of advertise it on Twitter. On Instagram, I mean, I go on there even less. So yeah, I don't really have anything other than my Discord. I should probably, get my ass into gear and work on that. But right now I'm just kind of vibing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, whenever I was streaming on Facebook, so I actually started doing like multi-stream where I was streaming on Facebook and
Oh
Twitch,
wow.
monetized, and it was weird because I was getting a lot of eyes on me, like from all the DBD, like all the pages that they have on there. I was getting a lot of people that were coming from over there, getting a lot of good things coming. But I would make memes, and what I would do, I was constantly making DVD memes like all the time, and I would always post them in these channels. But what I would do, how sometimes you see like a little tag in the corner,
Yeah.
like meme, I'd put my best queso logo on the bottom of there.
Nice.
I shared
Clever.
it, they'd be like, what's that? And it's weird is that the ones that I didn't put the tag on, they'd get more likes, and then the ones that I didn't tag on. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like a mind game, but like, I don't know. I guess you keep it interesting. So you only have Twitter and you have Instagram, you said?
Yeah. And that's it, and Discord. But like I said, on my Twitter, I just kind of, that's like my personal thing. I mean, I'm happy for people to off of Twitch to follow me on Twitter, because I I post a lot of like random stuff on there, but it's never really generally like any going live things, and I should probably do it. And I'll think about doing it, and then
Yeah.
I'll probably forget.
Well, I don't know if you are familiar with If This Then That, but you can actually link your Twitter to it. That way, whenever it sends a message to your Twitter that says, "Hey, I'm going live," so as soon as you hit that go live button, If This Then That sends a tweet out for you.
Oh, wow. I'm like, I'm a terrible streamer because I had no idea.
Yeah, I have
I
that
mean,
set
that
up.
would make it easier.
Yeah, so Streamlabs actually has it where it's already integrated, where you can just type out your tweet as soon as you go live. So I do that from there, but on like Facebook, they don't have that. So I had it where If This and That sends a thing to my Facebook that says, "Hey, I'm live." Which right now I don't stream on Facebook at all. I might show my face on there, like, I don't know, soon, but I've been trying to push on Twitch. It seems like a better platform. There's more integration and everything. So I feel like that's where home is. I like my homies there. I get more reoccurring viewers, and I enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. I've never tried streaming on Facebook, and I was kind of like wondering what the experience was like streaming on Facebook as opposed to Twitch.
It's honestly not bad, but like I said, not as much integration. Like, you know, the what's it called? There's as far last time I remember, they didn't have like any form of mod program. You know, like they had like a moderator thing where you could like blacklist, you know, words and all that other stuff, but like there's no Nightbot, you know, there's no cloud bot, there's nothing like that, and there's like no music cloud thing, you know, where you know how they have that sound alert. There's none of that there. So like the integration just isn't there. They were pretty much just like, "Hey, we can stream now, you know, have fun." And that was that's the way it was last year anyway. I don't know. I haven't streamed on there about 9 months, but anyway, we're kind of straying off here. I apologize.
No. I'm you know, I'm happy to learn about new things. So
Is there any game that you're looking towards like streaming in the future?
I don't. I think I did originally. You know, I was looking forward to streaming Cyberpunk 2077 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I think every time I try to stream them, it was really just heavy on the PC and on the streaming program, and it would instead of a stream, it was more like a PowerPoint basically, and it just looked terrible. So I kind of just gave up on that, and I don't really anticipate, you know, any forthcoming games that are going to be single player and easy to stream. But you know, there's a lot of people that like Fortnite, and I might play that at some point with friends and stream that. So that's maybe one to think about in the future.
I have never played that game.
It is actually really fun. Fortnite. Yeah, so literally I had never given Fortnite a chance, and I thought I would hate it the whole time, and I played it with friends, and it was a freaking blast. It was really funny. I don't know if it's the fact that you play with friends that makes it so fun. I think maybe that's what it was for me, because obviously DBD was, you know, is a game that I enjoy because I get to play it with friends, and Fortnite can be the same. But yeah, it's a really good time if you play it with friends. I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I had it downloaded on my Xbox and I never even like turned it on. Like never
Yeah.
came across my screen.
I was the same.
But like it just looked way too cartoony for me, and I didn't have any buddies that play it, and I'm like, I don't really want this game. And honestly, whenever DBD like first came out, I played it a few times and I didn't really care for it. I was like, this game's fun, but like PUBG just came out on console, you know, so I was like it was going out of style, and I just I never really wanted to play it. And then now obviously I'm back at it, and I've been playing Dead by Daylight ever since.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's worth trying. Probably if you try it with friends, I'd say it's probably the best experience you'll have on Fortnite is playing it with your friends, because it's just really funny.
So we went over the social media thing, and we went over what you're doing right now, and we went over that you moved from Wales to, or excuse me, from Romania to Wales.
Hmm.
And is it okay for me to ask how old you are? Is that too far?
Yes.
Okay.
No, no,
How old are
absolutely not. So I'm 26.
you? You're 26.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're out on your own now and you're enjoying the world?
Yeah,
Or you
I live with my partner. I kind of slowly moved in when the pandemic started. I would just
Yeah.
like leave a bobby pin here and there until I brought all my crap over. So yeah, I just like I'm with my partner now. I'm just living here.
Sneaky.
Sneaky. I know how to do it. It
Yeah,
always starts with a bobby pin.
that never happened with me, you know, because like the wife lived with her parents when she was going to school, and then I moved. I was still living in Louisiana, and then we finally got an apartment together, and she kind of came down there with me, and that's where that happened. But
Hmm.
I've always had buddies that were like, I guess she lives with me now.
Yeah, I was I am that girl.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah, I
happens.
just kind of moved in all of a sudden. So,
That's pretty cool. Do they also game?
yes, so they play a lot of World of Warcraft. I think right now they're doing a raid right next to me. I think they're probably a even more avid gamer than I am. And yeah, they play a lot on console and PC and just anything, just constantly gaming.
Okay, so we went through a lot of things right now. So now we kind of want to take the time. Do you have any tips that you want to give to any of your viewers, anybody that wants to start streaming? What's kind of something that can help, things that you may have learned?
Okay, so I think in terms of tips, it's kind of like a two-way thing. So if you want to start streaming for like a hobby, then just kind of go for it, enjoy yourself, make the most of it. If you want to start streaming, you know, as a job or make it like a full-time thing, just kind of be aware that it is a lot of work. You know, it's not going to be easy. Most of the time it's kind of like a full-time job, and that's not even like the actual streaming of it. It's all the stuff you have to do kind of behind the scenes and, you know, prepare for all kinds of things. But I think the most important thing to know is you should always stream stuff that you enjoy and have fun with, because I think that's when people shine the brightest, and you know, their personality really comes through is when they're streaming something they enjoy. So I think probably that's like the best tip is do something you know you're going to enjoy. Um, because I think people like to see, you know, genuine people and honesty and stuff like that. And when you do something you enjoy, that just comes across very clearly. And yeah, if you want to make it a full-time job, just kind of, you know, don't push yourself, because it is a lot of work, and it's not going to happen overnight. Like, for example, you know, I've got, you know, I would like for this to be a full-time thing in the future. But you know, I've got a part-time job so I can support my streaming, you know, it's not going to like happen overnight, but keep at it and make sure you do something you enjoy. I think that's probably like the best advice I can give.
Yeah, that's good advice. I mean, because there's so many times, like we were talking earlier, you go into somebody's stream and it's literally like they're just like person versus game, not a care in the world. Like, and then somebody comes in and they're like, "Hey," and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Nothing to engage conversation. They say hi, then go back to person versus game, which is which is rough, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, my cat's in here meowing at me. I don't
That's
know if you can
okay.
hear him. You want to see him? You
Yes,
want to see him?
please.
Pass him right now.
Oh,
Just
hi. Oh my goodness.
did you just meow?
Hi. Oh wow, that is a beautiful cat.
He's part of
Oh.
he's actually a dick.
Isn't every pet really? Because I've got my dog just lying here and he's a little shit most of the time.
We've got two cats and two dogs. The other cat was actually up here a second ago. I think he's hungry. Yeah, he usually doesn't come up here because I'm a very loud streamer. So like he
Yeah.
comes in and he's like, "No, I'm good." I guess he knew that I was having a podcast, so I was going to be a little bit down the day or something. It's kind of weird. Okay,
Wow.
go bye bye. Okay, so now do we have no Jeff cam?
No, yeah, Jeff is our dog. I could get him
Oh,
up
okay.
here.
I see what you mean. Jeff's the name of your dog. Okay, I was really
Yeah.
confused.
We adopted him and he was named Jeff when we adopted him, and it was like too late in his life for us to change his name. So now he's got a human name, which is, I think, very hilarious. And I love the fact that he's got a human name. I think it's great.
I was actually running a puppy cam for a long time, and I used to have my dog Cricket, who's a dachshund. I used to have her sitting in the chair, and everybody loved it. Like I had people that like followed me and then came back. And they're like, "She's not here
Yeah.
right now." She had her in-laws. And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. I have a dog cam for Jeff, and like every time, because he's obsessed with my partner, and every time my partner leaves the room, he goes with him, and I just turn dog cam off. And then everyone's like, "Where's Jeff? What's happened to Jeff?" And I'm like, "He's just gone downstairs because, you know, I'm not good enough for him. So it is what it is."
That's good. Animals are great and weird at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
You just have one dog? Do you have more animals?
Just one dog with me and my partner. My parents have a dog. Obviously, when I lived with them, it was my dog as well. But yeah, we don't have her here because Jeff is very jealous of other dogs getting any kind of affection. So yeah, it's just Jeff and us.
Got 2 dogs and 2 cats, so this place gets a little rowdy, but it is a
I
big
bet.
house for me and my wife. But it's something else. Something else.
I bet.
Okay, right now, do we have any questions that anybody would like to ask Santo? As far as, you know, I don't know, anything at all. I actually haven't seen any of my homies in here that are going to ask the sock question, so that's a plus.
I mean, I'm happy to answer if you want to ask.
we can get it out. We can get it out of the way. What color socks do you wear?
Okay, let me check. Okay, the ones I have on right now are pink.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
White or black socks, I think, is actually what they usually say for whatever reason. I don't know why, but that's usually the question that always goes through here. You own a Dindy?
I don't know what a Dindy is.
I don't know what a Dindy is either. Xando, does she got a booty? What do you?
I do got a booty. That's okay. I feel like that's a well-known fact in the community, is that I do got a booty.
This man doesn't know. No, you're fine, Goth Mom. You're fine. I respect it. I'm glad you're just as much, you know, as nuts as mine is, where they just post nonsense.
Yeah.
I respect it.
It's okay, Vivi. It's okay. A Dendy. I'm actually not sure, Green, if that's what it was. But it was like, yeah, it was like the really thick kind of cartridges. So it might have been a Dendy. I'm not sure. I can't tell you. I haven't seen one since, you know, I got my ass beat at duck hunt. So yeah, I'm not sure if it was that or if it was just like an actual, you know, NES.
No, you're fine, Goth Mom. Don't worry about it.
This is chat all the time.
Yeah, no, I respect it.
We have a good time.
That for missing skill checks, so I respect it.
I mean, now's the time to ask all the questions that have been on your mind.
Are you guys going to get any other animals, or are you just going to keep Jeff right now?
I think Jeff is, to put it nicely, way more than enough right now. We have to kind of get him some behavior training because he can't be around other dogs, so he makes walks very difficult. So we don't have any plans for any pets until Jeff is, able to go on a walk without ripping my arm off. So so that's what we're focusing on right now. No more pets. They have each other. Yeah. That's my mom. Yeah, me and Josh have each other. So that's enough.
Do you have any goals right now? Do you have a certain goal you're trying to achieve?
Streaming wise or just yeah, I mean, I think probably the ultimate goal is reaching a partner one day. I think that would be a really incredible achievement, and I'm sort of slowly striving towards that, but I'm not sort of like actively getting my hopes up for now. I'm just kind of like riding the wave and enjoying the journey for what it is. And if it does happen in the future, that I think that would probably be my sort of ultimate goal.
Do you have any short-term goals?
I think
long-term. So I was just wondering if
yeah,
like,
I think for the time being, I just kind of like want to keep growing the community, and I want to sort of try and raise more money for charity. I think that's definitely one of the shorter term goals, is to kind of set up some streams where I can raise some money for charity. So I think that's probably one of my biggest short-term goals at the moment.
You have somebody asking, where do you see yourself in 5 minutes?
Honestly, if I tell you that that's green all the time and I don't know how, in 5 minutes, I probably see myself saying goodbye to you all or something. I don't
know. That'll be about that time.
Yeah.
A fog whisperer for playing DBD in the future if you continue to play DBD.
Oh, that's a really good question. So actually, funnily enough, I don't think I would be particularly good at being a fog whisperer. I think, as much as I love DBD, I don't know if I'd be any good at, at doing that. And I feel like I kind of shit on the game a little bit too much to be a fog whisperer. I mean, if anyone looks through my VODs, I will definitely not be a fog whisperer.
Honestly,
and I'm okay with that.
How funny would that be?
It would be hilarious.
And then all of a sudden, all that comes to light that you've just been doing nothing but shitting on the game. Like, yeah, well, I mean, they won't fix bugs because fixing bugs doesn't make money. We got to make those cosmetics, And all of a sudden, behavior people just come in and they're like,
nah.
We're going to have to pull that. Sorry.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's exactly how it would go. So I'm not going to aspire to that or attempt to do it in case I embarrass myself.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions for Zanto?
Baby, I love you.
Good to see you, Spunky. Love you. I actually just saw that's my brother-in-law. I actually just saw him like 5 minutes ago. He was and I don't think he knew that I saw him, but I saw him. I recognize that bald dome anywhere.
That's my dad. I also recognize his bald dome everywhere. So yeah.
You try thinking of the questions and you fail. I understand.
It's fine if you don't have any more questions.
Angelfish actually has a good one. How has it been a woman doing streaming?
Ooh, that is a terrific question, actually. I think it's actually been a little bit scary. I've been definitely subject to some unsavory comments. And I think a lot of people, kind of don't realize the sort of just day-to-day harassment that women tend to go through, and it definitely seeps into Twitch. And I feel like probably even more easily because people behind a keyboard can be very ballsy. And they get very brave on Twitch. So it's been rough. I've had times where I've had a really difficult time continuing stream after some, unpleasant comments. But I think because it's in a way something I was used to, because it kind of happens throughout your life as a woman, you just kind of have to overlook it and keep going, because that's what we've had to always do. So yeah, it's been a bit of a similar experience to just like everyday life. So yeah, but it's a really good question. It definitely affects how it definitely affects how some people insult you and the kind of insults they choose to come in with.
I just don't understand, like, the people that do things like that come in the chat, and obviously we've all had to just ban people like right out of the gate, and we're like, nope. But like, I don't understand, like, people that do that and know that they're doing it, and they're like, I just want to see if this is funny. And then oh, they didn't laugh.
Yeah.
Fuck, and then I guess on to the next. I guess it's just like a game for them. I don't know, but it's very strange. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, it is really strange. I think some people just kind of genuinely don't have anything to do with their free time, so they kind of just try and get a reaction or a raise out of people. And I think for some people like that, the best way to do it is from behind a keyboard, because face to face, I don't think people would have as much courage to say some of the things they say online. So yeah, I think some people are definitely just kind of like going from stream to stream, doing their kind of toxic thing and moving on, which is, it's really silly, because all they're going to do is get banned, and then they're not going to be able to come in and say anything else. So yeah.
So whenever somebody comes in chat like that, say like they're like dissatisfied with how you played or something like that, do you usually have to do something, or do your moderators just jump on them?
My mods are on it straight away. Like I said, I've got incredibly great mods that are views on things that are not okay. And Vivi is a mod, and she's just always been on top of stuff like that. But we have, my mods, our views align, the things we see as wrong align. So a lot of the time I'm playing the game and I look over and I see message deleted, and I didn't even catch it before they do. It's incredible. And then I kind of just like look through to see, and I'm like, oh, okay, just someone being stupid. So yeah, a lot of the time they catch it before I do. So yeah, I feel like almost, like they're shielding me and they're protecting me, which is really great, because like I said, it gives you the confidence to just keep going. And I think that's been one of the really great things that kind of keeps you going and pushes you, is having people that have your back and protect you from stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Which I've actually had to play mod a couple times, because I put my wife in here usually on Saturdays. We make scary games. We call it Scare Danny Saturday. And what happens is, sometimes I'll be looking at chat and everything, and I'll have the mod view up, and I've had some people come in there and like say like terrible things about my wife, and I'm like, nope. And like, I just had to delete it like right out of the gate. And you're just like, I would love to just ban you on everything ever.
Yeah, honestly.
Unreasonable, but I'm like, it's kind of not.
No. I don't think it's unreasonable at all. I think, actually it would be great if you could ban people. Like, just ban their IP address.
Yeah, Soul Fury, I was talking to him one day, and he actually brought up an interesting thing. He said, how you scroll over people's names and it kind of shows like their ID. He's like, it'd be great to actually see where they're banned from if they had like on their name. I'm like, that's not a bad idea, because you would start weeding out people like and see where they're all banned from. It's like, oh, okay.
That's a terrific idea, actually. Hopefully, hopefully someone like actually implements that one day. I think that would be great.
Okay, looks like all the questions have kind of petered out.
Yeah.
We've been going for almost an hour. in closing, do you have anything else you'd like to say? Do you want to kind of tell your peeps that you love them and everything else?
Yes, I do really love my community, honestly. And like I said, I've made friends that are friends for life. And I'm incredibly thankful and honored to know these people and to hang out with them and play games with them. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you for getting me through a really rough, like, year of my life. Like, having streaming and these people has been, a lifeline almost. So yeah, big thank you to all of them, and really big thank you to you as well for doing this. I think this is a really great thing to just have like healthy conversations about this. It's really nice, and I think it's yeah, it's really good. So thank you so much. I'm really honored that you considered me. So yeah.
No, this actually was an idea of mine, and I pitched it to a few people, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm actually going to come on there." And I was like, "Oh, okay," because a lot of people don't get the platform to actually tell their story. So there's a lot of people in chat. Your community kind of may want more, but they don't want to bombard you with a bunch of questions. This was kind of the platform I was going to give the people to see if they wanted to tell their story. Which I learned a lot of things about you that I didn't know. Cool. And, I've appreciated having you on here. You've been a delight. I can't wait to check out more of your streams.
Amazing. Well, thank you, and same to you as well. Thank you. And this really is a really great idea. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Well, do you want to tell them when you go live next?
I will be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time, and that's 3 p.m. EST. So yeah, I'll be live with getting dunked on in DVD.
What time is it right now there?
So it's just gonna hit 11 p.m. over here.
Oh wow! So I'm like keeping you up late. Luckily, it's Friday.
It's Friday. It's okay. I stay up late.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good day. I'm going to shove you off, and I appreciate the hell out of you. It's been a delight, and I hope to catch more of your streams.
Thank you so much. Same to you, Kaysa. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Everybody say bye. All right, guys. I appreciate the shit out of y'all from coming. It's been a delightful stream. If you guys don't know Zanto, make sure to go check her out. And thank you guys for tuning into the Cream of the Stream podcast. I hope to see you real soon. Make sure to stop by my Twitch and Zanto's Twitch to come hang out with us. All of our links are in the bios. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to send us some people to interview. I almost said interrogate. That's not what I mean. We're not interrogating people in here. We don't be doing that. But make sure to recommend some people so we can get some more interviews. I appreciate you. Don't deserve you. Stay metal, hang cheesy. See you next time.